How would it feel to have a relationship that is connected and passionate and real? How would it feel to be with a partner who cares as much about you as you care about them? No more drama, no more games, no more online merry-go-round. Hi, I'm Anitastoudmire, and welcome to the Better Love Movement. I want to teach you the skills necessary to attract and keep the amazing love that we all desire. Working with me will help you to uncover those love blocks that we all have. Many of us are pushing love away and we don't even realize it. But you can learn the skills necessary to attract real, genuine love and an amazing partner into your life. It starts with you. Connect with me now and let me guide you to the most amazing relationship possible today.
Good afternoon. It is 4:44 on the clock. I'm not sure what the meaning of that angel number is, but I'm about to come on here and talk briefly because I don't have a whole lot of time. I should be where I got to be at in 17 minutes. But I'm going to come on here and talk briefly about how to affair-proof your marriage or your relationship, okay? And somebody needs this. Somebody needs to hear this. So when I repost, and remember, at the end of the month, I'm not going to be saving my lives on Instagram anymore unless you're a subscriber. So unless you subscribe to me on Instagram, all of my lives will be saved to subscribe only. But you can always go over to YouTube. You could go over to YouTube and you could watch it for free. So if you want to see the replay, you got to head over to YouTube at the end of the month. Okay. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. This little talk is all about how to affair proof or cheat proof your marriage and or relationship. Okay. Somebody need this little talk today. The first one is the one y'all need help with the most. The first little tip, that's the one y'all need the most. That's the one I'm probably going to spend the most time talking about. But I got some other tips too, okay? But number one, you need to choose well. You need to choose better. Some of you all's choosing sucks. And I'm specifically talking to the women. You all do not know how to choose a good, loyal, faithful, loving, caring man. And a good friend of mine would say that some of y'all choose the opposite. Like you know what you getting and you still choose the opposite. So that's what my friend would say. Like, nah, women don't want a good, faithful, loyal, kind, loving man. They choose the opposite of him every time. So he said relationship revolution, couples need help, no doubt. They do. They do. You right about that. Wendell Scott Ford, thank you. So the first one is you need to choose well. Y'all's choosing sucks, okay? And I'm gonna include the men in this little talk too, because I'm gonna get on y'all too. So just like how the women want a thug, which I can't relate to because I ain't never went through that phase in my life. I ain't never went through that phase. I went from high school. I'm into, and then when I went on to college and we broke up, then it was like, men that were being doctors and lawyers and, techie guys. And yeah, I ain't never like no thug guy. I ain't never like no uneducated, thug guy. So I don't understand that mindset, but apparently it's out here running rampant. But it's a lot of women, like every red flag, every bad sign that the man has, you want to choose him. Like him, Lord, out of all 100 good men in the room and one bad one, and you choose the one bad one. So you got to check yourself on that. your proper criteria when choosing. Here's the other thing that a lot of people do. So you'll choose a person that you know good and well. You know good and well this person would not make a good long-term mate, would not make a good husband or wife, right? So for the men, because like I said, I got to pick on y'all too. Y'all will choose based on your eyes, because that's what men do. You will choose what looks good but ain't good for you. Okay? That's like eating ice cream for breakfast every morning, right? Eating hot fudge sundaes for breakfast every morning. That's what y'all do. And you'll choose what looks good, not what's good for you. Okay? So that's y'all. Or oh, she got the fattest A, and she got the biggest yitties, and she got the lips, and she got the hips, and she got okay. Or oh, she giving me the rhythm, right? You'll choose a woman that's gonna put out quickly, and you never stop to think to yourself, okay, if she doing this for me, who else is she doing this for? You surprised that she ain't faithful. You surprised that she not loyal. Y'all had sex on the first night. What you think was gonna happen? He said women thugs too. Our toxic relationships need to be addressed. Yeah, you're right. There's some women thugs out there, but again, I don't know nothing about that world. So you have to choose better, right? And you have to use the proper criteria. But this, back to my original point. See, this is how a lot of y'all get stung. So you with somebody right now. That you know wouldn't make a good long-term partner. You know that person would not make a good husband or would not make a good wife. But here's what you thinking. Well, I'm just doing this for now. I'm just doing this to be doing something. I'm just getting some sex. I'm just getting this. I'm just getting that. And then one or both of y'all fall in love. And then you try to legitimize the relationship. This would happen 90% of the time. 90% of the time, you call yourself messing with somebody that you know ain't good for you. And one or both of you fall in love, and now you got to legitimize it. Now you got to turn it into something real. You got to get married. You got to, one of y'all done got pregnant, and now you're going to try to make it real. You're going to try to make it into a real relationship. Fool, it don't work that way. It's called start as you mean to go. And you started with all the wrong intentions. You started with all the wrong criteria. You can't make what's left right. Okay? It don't work that way. That's what the old folks say. You can't turn left right. You started left, and now you want to turn it right. It don't work that way. And some of y'all know it. You are with someone right now that you're like, yeah, nah, he wouldn't make a good father to my kids, or he wouldn't make a good husband. But, it's just something to do. It's something to do, Anita. Everybody can't be alone like you. Everybody can. Okay. And then when one or both of y'all fall in love, now you got to try to make it something real. You got to get married. You got to move in together and all this other nonsense. And then you come back to me and you surprised. You surprised when the person cheating. You surprised when the relationship is problematic. I can't make this up. So, gone, and you know what I tell them? Go away from here with that. Is this about booty calls and situationships? Yes. This live is called, I'm trying to help you to cheat-proof or affair-proof your marriage or your relationship. Okay? I'm giving you the tips to make it so that you do not become a victim of cheating or affairs in your marriage or your relationship. That's what the live is about. And so, that's 90% of y'all. You're choosing all the wrong people, and then you develop feelings. You develop an attachment. You bond to them, and now all of a sudden you have to legitimize something that's illegitimate. That's not how that works. Okay? But choose better. Choose intentionally. Actually be in relationships on purpose. A lot of y'all trip and oops, I'm falling into, seeing this person for months and years, and you know good and well that person's not good for you. You know good and well that person's not a good partner. But anyway, so that's the first piece of advice. For anybody who is not currently married or not currently in a relationship, choose well. Choose well, because the truth of the matter is there's two type of cheaters. Now, I already didn't gave this speech, so you won't have to go back like 2 months and look in my live about the two type of cheaters. And you can determine before you're in a relationship with a person what type of cheater they are. You can determine that. You can easily determine what type of cheater a person is in the first, I would say 30 days. In 30 days, I can determine if a person is a type 1 or a type 2 cheater. So if you need 60 days, if you need 90 days, okay, keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed while you're figuring that out. But there's only two type of cheaters. You need to know which one you're dealing with. That's the first piece of advice. Number 1, choose well, choose better. Number 2, relationships require effort. I keep saying the same thing. Y'all don't want to listen. So relationships are voluntary. I give this speech in couples therapy. Y'all are about to experience a couples therapy session. This is exactly what I tell to couples. Relationships are voluntary. Okay? You don't have to do it. You can sit at home all alone. You don't have to get a pet. You don't have to have no kids. You don't have to be in any relationships. You don't have to have no friendships. You can sit at home. You can go to work, come home, eat your little frozen dinner or make your dinner, right? Watch your show, do your crossword, and voila. Okay? You don't have to do any of this. But if you do choose to engage with another person, if you do choose to say, you know what, I'm gonna talk on the phone, I'm gonna text, I'm gonna go out with them, I'm gonna have sex with them, that's a choice. Nobody's making you do that. That's a choice that you're making. So if you choose to do that, it means, this is what a lot of y'all don't realize, you're giving a level of consent. You're giving a level of consent by choosing to engage with people. And you're basically saying, hey, I'm going to put time, energy, and effort here. I'm going to put some sort of time, energy, and effort here so that, this can continue. Because last I checked, people are not robots. They're not machines. Okay? It's not the whole, you walk up to the vending machine and you put your $1 or your $5 in and you press P4 and out comes some P. You know what I mean? Right? Out comes some P when you press P4. People don't work that way. And I know, and I've already done a video on this, relationships are becoming more transactional. See, that's how y'all want it to work. Y'all want it to work like that, but it's not meant to work like that. People have hearts, people have souls, people have spirits, their feelings get involved. People are not machines. And I know with the rise of AI and all this other foolishness, y'all have these AI girlfriends and whatever it is you got. Human beings are not like that. Okay? They require time, energy, and effort. They require you to do things, okay, in order to sustain the connection or whatever's going on. And so, yeah, I'm asking you, in order to affair-proof your relationship, your marriage, you have to continue to put daily time, energy, and effort. And this is the part that burns me. This is what I tell couples every time. Nowhere else in your life can you neglect what you got going on. Nowhere else. You cannot neglect your children. You can't. And some of y'all do. Let me just say that. That's sad, but some of y'all do neglect your children. But you cannot not feed your children, not bathe your children, not clothe your children, like just, I'm going to let that go for days and weeks on end. You can't, no. You can't do it at your job. You can't do it with your friendships. There's all these areas that you cannot just completely neglect. And yet, you think you can do that with your romantic partner. You think you can, okay, I married this person. We're married. It's a done deal. And now I can turn my attention to work. I can turn my attention to this and I can turn my attention to that. I don't need to date them. I don't need to ask them questions. I don't need to keep getting to know them. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. Y'all really believe that? And I'm here to tell you that, again, because I just said humans are not robots. People have needs. People have needs. And people want to, if they're in an intimate relationship with someone, like I said, y'all make sex your top need, but people have emotional needs. People have spiritual needs. People have other needs. And you just can't come, lay it down, and then leave. Like most people, they don't operate like that. So you have got to keep your finger on, oh, she said lost the internet. My apologies. You've got to keep your finger on the pulse of your relationship. And a lot of people are not. I have a couple right now that honestly, I'm just going to be honest. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. The man is going to cheat. The man is going to cheat. I believe the affair will probably be emotional first, and then it will turn physical. But it's just a matter of time. It's a countdown because it's like every week, they come in and the man is telling the woman what he wants, what he needs, and she's not able to provide that, or she don't want to provide that. That's my humble opinion. She don't want to do it. And it's just a matter of time. And he keeps saying in the session, well, I guess I just need to accept it. I guess I just need to get over it. Nah, bro, you ain't going to get over it. You going to get on top of somebody else. That's what you're going to do. Because here's what I know about human beings. They're going to get their needs met. And I would consider him a type 1 cheater. Like, he's not a bad guy at all. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great husband. I think he's a great father. But his wife, for whatever reason, is not willing to meet his physical affection needs, his talking needs, his sex needs. Like, she's not willing. And every time I go there, it is, it's this manipulation and this pushback. And I'm like, and now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I just show up every week. I let them talk about their homework, and and then I'm just biding my time. I'm just biding my time because, like I said, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But that is how we are wired. And then for the men, so that's for the ladies. For the men, I need you to understand this, and this is a hard conversation to have, but there has to be a balance. So I posted 2 videos to my page, to my platform, and I think like 3 people have seen them. No, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the hashtags or what, but nobody has seen those 2 videos. But if you're inclined, I want you to go and find those 2 videos. They're both by Ed Baxter. And he talks all about, men needing healthy leadership. One of the things I'm always telling y'all, you need to be healthy leaders. You need to stand up for yourself. You have to walk a fine line between certainty and uncertainty. You have to walk a fine line between being kind, being a good man, and being assertive. And that's where a lot of men will lose a woman's interest. If he's passive, if he's not leading, if he's lazy, if there's no romance, if there's no seduction, it just turns the woman right off. I'm just being honest. Now, I've never cheated in my life. I've never been inclined to cheat. I'll leave a man with the quickness. Like, that's my issue. I'm going to be real. My issue is, and I think, I'm going to say this, that I am turning over every stone before I leave. I think I am. So I'm not cutting you off with the quickness for nothing, right? I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to turn over stones, figure out what's going on. But if nothing is forthwith coming, Anita is gone. Like, I'm real good at that. Real good. Almost too good. So I'm not prone to cheating because, like, if y'all know anything about me, I think it's gross. Like, I have a hard enough time having sex with one man. I can't have sex with 2 men. That's gross. I can barely have sex with one man. But when I'm in love with your tail, I'll lick you from head to toe. Okay? Like, you mine, right? When you my lollipop, that's how I see my man. That's my lollipop. Now, I'm not going to, lick on my lollipop and then go and lick on somebody else's lollipop. No, I'm not doing that. That's nasty. Now we're getting nasty. But once it is determined that you are mine, oh, baby. Like, yeah. Okay. So I have other reasons why I'm not out here cheating because I think it's gross, but that's not in my character. Like, I'll leave you alone before I will cheat on you. So when I lose attraction to a man, when a man is becoming too codependent, too needy, too controlling, if he's too neglectful, right? That's a big reason why I leave men, is they're just straight up neglectful. I'm like, bro, what's happening? Like, you see me, right? Like, you see me here, right? and you just take me for granted, oh yeah, that'll get you left with the quickness. You will get left with the quickness. Nothing is more intolerable to me than being in a relationship and feeling alone. That's absolutely a hell no, okay? Because I'm good at being alone. Like, what I need you for? So, gentlemen, you got to understand. Okay, so Wendell Scott 4, it is Better Love Movement. That you will find me under Better Love Movement everywhere. So my website, my YouTube channel, my Facebook, everything is Better Love Movement. But yeah, I'm not going to cheat, but I will leave. But men need to understand that once they become weak, and it's hard for me to describe that level of weak, right? But it's just, if you're neglectful, if you're not leading, if you're too needy, and look, some men come into my practice and they'll say, Anita, I don't understand. I did everything for her. I said, that's the problem. Like, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. You did everything for her. You ain't supposed to do everything, bro. It's not your job to make her happy, right? It's a fine line you have to walk between being a good, strong man, being kind, having your own stuff, having your own purpose in life, and having a woman. It's a balance that all men have to learn how to do. You have children, you have your woman, you have your work, you have your purpose. Like, it's just a balance. We all have to learn how to juggle well, right? Some of us can juggle 3 balls. Some of us can juggle 5 balls. Some of us can juggle 8 balls. But you got to learn how to juggle balls. Life is not just about that one ball. You got several things that you got to learn how to manage. So anyway, but number 2 is keeping your finger on the pulse of your relationship. Do not neglect your person. Talk, listen. That's number 3. The healthy communication. A lot of y'all don't talk. A lot of y'all don't say boo. A lot of y'all don't open your mouth. You will feel a way, or something will happen, something will go down, or maybe it's something that you need or want and the person isn't giving it, and y'all won't say boo. You won't say boo and feel away and feel resentful, and you won't say nothing. You got to talk. You got to let people know, hey, this don't work for me. Now, like I said before, the couple that I'm working with, the man is talking. Like, he is talking. And the woman is just not willing. So I'm like, okay, it's on her now. Because he's doing a lot of talking. And I just be looking at her like, okay, you hear that? You know, what you going to do? What you going to do? And she ain't going to do nothing. So, but you got to talk. You got to use words. Nobody can read your mind. Nobody knows what's going on inside of your head. One of the worst myths from the pit of hell is this idea that the other person should just know. Like, in my mind, you're not a grown up if you say some mess like that. If you say some mess like they should just know, you're a child. Okay? You're a child. You don't deserve to be in no relationship. You're a child. I don't know what's up with my backup. My backup camera, y'all, is not working. I don't know what is going on. Okay. All right. I'm here to get my car fixed real quick. But you also got to learn how to resolve conflict in a healthy way. He says, have you considered writing a book? I have written 3 of them. I have written 3 of them. Now, they are for women. My books are for women. That's why you haven't heard of them, because I don't write books for men. I write books for women. Okay? Because that is the population that I primarily create content for. Like, I am so passionate about women and them knowing what is true feminine power. And it is not feminism. It is not your work. It is not your money. It is not your degrees. You know, that's not even the most powerful part of yourself. And yet that's a lie. That's the lie that you've been sold by modern day feminism. That, oh, don't have no kids and be a rich auntie girl and travel and do this and that. No, the most fulfilling part of your life is your family. The most fulfilling part of you as a woman is your family, okay? And having a good, healthy family. But they're not going to tell you that lie. Because guess what? If you found you a good man and you stayed at home and had 3 or 4 kids and you never worked again, that hurts their little consumer plan. That hurts their little plan to make a whole bunch of money off of you. So, of course, they're not going to push you that way. No, don't do that. You know, don't do that. Don't come together with a good man and create a family unit. Don't do that. You blowing up our whole agenda. Don't do that. And y'all done swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. You done swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. You really think you doing something by going out here, getting a whole bunch of degrees and certifications and starting a whole bunch of businesses and doing this and that and buying all these houses and buying all, oh yeah, I'm really doing something. And like I said, when you hit my age, that's when it's going to hit you. That's when it's going to hit you. I hate, she said, Kevin said the same thing. Yeah. Cause like I said, we're of the same generation. And 90% of what he said, I agreed with. Like, I wasn't in disagreement. I agreed with what he said. But you're going to see when you turn 40 or 50 and you wake up and none of those things can, you know, they're really not no kind of legacy or anything. But okay, you'll see. The best thing I ever did with my life and my time and my body is bear 3 children into the world. Be married and have children. That was the best use of my time. That's the thing I've spent the longest on, 24 years. I've been doing that for 24 years. So, okay, y'all can fall for that if you want to. All right, y'all, I got to go. I got to do a part 2 to this video because I got other things. But for one, you need to choose better. You need to choose well. For 2, okay, you got to keep your finger on the pulse. That's number 2. Keep your finger on the pulse. You have to keep, you know, the time, energy, and effort. You have to keep learning that person. You have to keep dating that person. You have to keep, you know, just asking questions. Number 3 is the where we had 3. Okay, we had 3. Okay, is the communication. You have to use words. And you can say those words out of your mouth. You can write those words down. But you have to express yourself with words. Your body language, your sign, your eye rolling, your arms crossed. Okay. What else you got? You got some words to go along with all that? You need to use words. Number 4, you need to, you know, learn some good conflict resolution skills. Okay? It's all about needs. It's all about meeting other people's needs. And once that person tells you, hey, this is a need I have, that's it. You just meet it. Like, it don't require a dissertation. It don't require, you know, a whole long 5-page letter, but just do it. That's what I don't understand. If my man's like, hey, I love a massage. Okay. Okay. Like, make that make sense. Hey, I'd love to have sex more. Okay. Make it make sense. Like I said, the couple I have right now, he's like, yeah, I need more hugs. I need to be greeted in a pleasant way when I come home at the end of the day. Just do it. It's mind altering. I don't understand it. Just do it. I just don't get it. So, yeah. KS wasn't wrong, but his delivery was bad. I agree. The men who felt that way use it to vilify women. I agree. And I always say that. But I'm going to come in with a part 2 because I got to go. But I got more things to say, but I got to go. Okay. But those are the things for this video. Okay. The first part is you got to choose somebody who, in my opinion, is capable of being faithful. Right? That person has to have good character, good moral character. And they have to, you know, do all the things like, hey, I'm not getting my needs met. I'm trying to communicate. I'm trying to let you know, I'm putting time, energy, and effort, and I don't feel that coming back. But that's a good person. They don't want, that's not a first line of defense for them is to cheat on you. It's not. It's not. But they get wore down. They get wore down by not having their needs met. So, and then time, energy, and effort, keeping your finger on the pulse, healthy communication, healthy conflict resolution. And as you just learned about me, the number one reason why I have left a man is neglect. Neglect is a form of emotional abuse. Okay, a man who starts treating me regular, a man who starts taking me for granted, that's a fast way to lose Anita. It is such a total and complete turnoff. I absolutely cannot stand it. We all have to learn how to manage all the things we have going on in our lives. And remember, relationships are voluntary. You didn't have to do this. Like, anytime a man starts engaging with me, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I just be like, like, you sure you want to do this? Like, we have several rounds of, you sure you want to do this? Like, right? Because I need you to be sure. Like, I'm sure, right? Like, if you come up to me and I'm interested in you, right then in a split second, I'm sure I want to do this. Cause y'all, I juggle balls all day long. Juggle. I got balls in the air all day long. Are you sure you want to do this? And most men are not. They pick you up like a ball. They try to start juggling, and then you start getting dropped. So why don't you focus on learning how to juggle the balls you have? Because no, like that's a fast way to get left. Okay. Let me look at these comments real quick and then I got to go. All right. Okay. Wait a minute. I got to go way back. All right. My family and friends was telling me to do IVF or sperm donor. That really is going to depend on, like, I really want you to think strongly about that. Every woman, I'm going to be honest, every woman is not cut out to be a single mother. There, I have some girlfriends that are like breaking under the weight of single motherhood. It's not for everybody. So that's up to you, if you want to do that. How about attachment styles? Yes, that always plays a part, and you want to make sure that you're securely attached and the person you're choosing is securely attached. Because of the dating pool, do you agree? Yeah, I just want I want you to make that decision. It's in you. It's in you. That decision is intuitively in you, and all you have to do is go inside and have that conversation with yourself. I knew I would be a mother one way or another. I knew that. I knew that was going to happen. So if you feel like that's something that you can take on, for the rest of your life, then go for it. All right. Okay. Yes, I do. I have a video. Scroll back, please. Yeah, about attachment styles. Yeah, some are craving hubby and she's fumbling the ball. That's a lot of men. Craving affection. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. Okay. You think that's good? That's selfish. And then people telling you to do that ain't going to help you. Yeah. Like I said, you gotta search your heart on that. You gotta search your heart. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I was in that predicament, that's a tough one. That's a really, really tough one because I knew I would be a mother. So I would wrestle with that. Now, if I'm being really honest, I probably would pursue having a baby on my own, but I probably would have only had one. I wouldn't have had 3 children. I probably would have had 1 child, and that probably would have been all that I could have managed by myself, like knowing that, okay, I'm entering this by myself and I'm doing this by myself. I probably would have just had 1 child. But I thank God that I have 3 children. I thank God that I was blessed with 3 children. So I want you to really think about that. Childhood examples influence adult behavior. I agree. Oh, that's the other one, is you got to get to know the family, but I'm going to put that in part 2. You got to please get to know this person's family. Because if this person come from a long line of cheaters, you got a cheater on your hands. Okay? You got a cheater on your hands. So if daddy's a cheater or mama's a cheater, I tell the men that too. Like, really pay attention. If mama's wild, if mama's like loose and wild and crazy, don't do that. Don't do that. I tell the men, like, y'all be, wifing these women and you see their mom, you see what's going on. Don't do that. All right, I gotta go. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. And as always, stay open to love.